So what we need to see is a C major scale happening. That's what we need to see, just like this. It's going to be two octaves. I mean, one octave, excuse me. Two note legato. And when you do this, I would prefer that you really make good effort with your wrist, keep good contact with your hand. Smooth transitions, okay? Smooth transitions. Let's hear you play it now. Okay. Try it again, and I want you to play it a little bit faster.
Okay.
I want you to play a little bit faster and be more firm. Even though you're smooth and you're warm here, you're much more firm and cold here. Fantastic. So let's look at this music here. And this music has you playing at the very beginning this passage right here. And it sounds...
1, 4, 1.
And the essential part of this is to be able to play with a very smooth string-crossed bow at the same time maintaining fingers on two different strings. We're going to concentrate more on the bow for the beginning because you're going to see me play with my 3 fingers on the G and my 1 finger on the D.
Yep.
So that's happening right there. That's happening right there. Let's first start. Right. Hold on. Hold. I'll let you play for a moment.
Okay.
I know you're biting at the bit. So
I'm biting at the bit.
I
Come on,
want you to. You're biting at the bit. Hold. You don't play together with me. Let me show you one more time. I want you to think about your bow technique. Every time you move back to the D, you still have the same level of presence, okay? Now, you play it. That was a 1. That was a 1. Try again. That last note isn't that last note is the same as the first note. It's called an E, so you can do it again correctly. It ends like it begins. Very good. And I want you to play here now. We're going to add the crescendo into it. So we're going to play. We're going to get that, and there's an accent there.
Yeah,
And there's a pause. If you look here closely at the music, there's a pause. That means not only do we accent here, but we also make a pause. So it's like a stop sign in the middle of that. So accent and also do a stop sign. And lastly, of course, you crescendo and then you diminuendo. So we have multiple things happening at the same time. Of course, you are keeping good presence on your bow. Grow. Pause. So let's break it down by the first thing I would like for you to do is to add the crescendo in. So let's think about adding the crescendo in. I did not hear a crescendo. Try it again. I did not hear a crescendo. Listen to me play it, and maybe you will be able to notice the difference in sound. And there's an accent at the top of that mountain, so you hit it. See that? There's an accent right here. All right, so now let's see you try it. Good. Use the up bow because when you're doing this, your up bow allows you. You're getting your arm heavier. You're sort of dipping your arm into the instrument, and thus you are getting simply more weight closer to the string.
Right.
And then let's add the hit. So we've taken care of this right here. Let's add this right here, our accent at the top. Excuse me. Let's add we took care of that. Now let's add our accent at the top. Let's add that. Ariyam. No, it's an accent. No. An accent is a quick, forceful sound on a single note. And so when you play, bum, it sticks out. It's accented, okay? Try it. Maybe we need to learn how to play an accent. An accent is a note. So let's do this. Let's play a C major scale. And as we did before, ascending, and all the push, we're going to accent. That's not an accent. No. That's good. But now play it with separate bows. Play it with separate bows. And I think it would sound better. That's good. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, in the context of the music, you grow into it and then you hit it with what? It is a down bow stroke. It's a down bow stroke right there.
And then there's a pause there?
No, there's no pause. The pause is a portato. The pause, good question. The pause is a portato. That is right here with these two markings. When you see a legato in context with the tenuto, that becomes a portato. And this means to carry. And we've talked about this before. It's about when you are if you imagine that you're walking in the same direction with friends and you're moving something heavy, and I give you a heavy bag of groceries, and eventually at one point you start doing this. And so as you carry, you make this sort of feeling. And the bow does that. You still go in the same direction with your heavy bag of groceries, but then
Yeah.
you make these little pauses. And the portato is exactly that. It has those little pauses. It's not, because again, you're not skipping with the bag of groceries. You're not going to do that. You're going to take
Yeah.
longer steps with the bag of groceries. So some people may skip with their bag of groceries. So one, two, three different techniques we're doing in this. We're doing a crescendo, we're doing an
Yeah.
accent, and we're also making a portato. 3 bow-related techniques
It's
in
all
the
that.
context of a measure and a half.
Yeah, and it's just 3 notes. It's 4 notes.
It's 3 plus 4, 7 notes. Welcome to the Romantic era, where things are much more. This is not Bach. This is Brahms, and so Brahms wrote this beautiful waltz for us. Now, there is no portato here. You're probably confusing the fact that you see this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this is not a portato. This is an accent. That is an accent, and so it's smooth. Da da da. There is no pause in the movement. Yeah, you hit the very beginning. You hit the very beginning with your da da da. So that's all. You hit it with a little accent at the beginning of that legato.
Da da da. Da da da.
No, I'm hearing that you're hitting the notes. You're hitting your notes up here, which are actually not the notes I want you to be hitting hard here. I want you to be hitting the notes hard down here with your bow. It's just a little sparkle at the top of this little hill. It's not a big moment in the music. Okay? So let's now play from the beginning. From the beginning of that to the beginning of 5. Because 5, we do a different crescendo. So I'm going to play it now so you have an idea. Poco crescendo. And all of the action that you're really experiencing when it comes to the interest in your music is dynamics coming from the bow. I'm just playing really the same notes over and over, but Brahms has taken a very simple notes, dun 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 dun, simple chord progression, and
Yes.
asking us, the cello players, to put in much more expression when it comes to this part of our instrument, which is the bow. And this course is written for piano, and so the pianist needs to tune 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 get into a little bit more into each of these bits. As a cellist, we can do that very easily with our bow. to do these crescendos. Let's go into measure 4. So measure 4 will be the end of the first stave, and then crescendoing into the open A. Now, if you want to do an open A, you can. I don't suggest you do that. I suggest you play an A somewhere on your D string. Now, I'm really exaggerating. It's not as crazy of that sort of sense. So, but I'm trying to drive a point home. Do what you will, but as a rule on cello, as a rule, you should always remember, you do not play what? The first string. No matter how nice your instrument is, which I believe
To play an open A.
you have that beautiful Linea Machi cello on your side, and I have this beautiful master cello on my side, but it doesn't matter. The rule is you never play the first string open, even though it's a quality instrument, which both of us have from Edgar Roos. What I want you to consider is when this part of the music, what are you going to play? I'm not going to write it down. What you're just going to do
Well,
as
I'm
you
thinking
wish.
like either a two,
Just
three,
play it. Just play it. Let's hear you. There you go
or a
to
1,
circle
3.
those. Well, let's see what works. Why don't you start here in this measure right here. Start in measure 4, and I'll write down what you play. Start at the beginning and see what happens.
Start at 4?
Start in measure 4, yes. You see, that didn't work now, did it? What happened? Because you went to a 1-3, which worked. Remember, when you put in fingerings into your music, which we have done right here, when you put in fingerings in your music, you need to not only look one note ahead, but you need to look even further ahead, and you saw that note there, and it doesn't work in 4th position. You cannot do a 1-3. We cannot do this. You put a 1 there. That would have been nice to do this, but then you have what note out of position? There. So is there another digit that you can play?
Yeah, we can do upper third, and then we can extend back to get the G.
Absolutely. So could you try to do that? I believe it was upper third, second.
Yeah.
And that would require, absolutely, if you did that way, if you did it that way, that would definitely be a quality way of doing it, because again, we want to look at context of the piece. And I'm looking at that one part, and I'm remembering at the beginning, I did this rocking back and forth, rocking the cradle. Rock-a-bye, baby. Not Billy Idol rock the cradle. I don't know why that came out. You don't know who that Billy Idol is? Never mind. I'm dating myself.
Billy Idol? Yes, I knew who
Okay. Sorry. So let me play this. Now that feels good. Now... That is a really nice fingering, and I really like it. I'm going to try it one more time and show you that a little closer. And then we'll have a bit of a problem with coming out of that, but I really like that. I think it can be fixed with a 4-3-4. I'll do it one more time. You'll have to watch your intonation and also your hands. If your hand is big enough to reach this direction, that's good. For those of us that don't have hands that reach that direction, you'll have to make observations in your anatomy, and I have to do this. So one more time. That's a very careful show. Just the one thing you would have to work on, making that as clean as possible intonation-wise. There, then 3, 4. I'm going to place that into the fingerings because, sir, that is a good fingering.
It's a good fingering, man.
Now we have placed our fingerings into the upper third position extended. You see little X's. And of course, you see the yellow for the upper third position indication.
Yeah.
So yes. So let's play this and see how this sounds from the beginning. I'm going to play from the beginning to right there, measure 8. So the one thing I definitely suggest when you do this is to... That interval is going to be smaller when it comes to this shift. That's just going to be a smaller interval because I carry injury on my middle finger. I tried to use it the least amount, but for an uninjured cellist, it'll be fine. Let's hear you play that. That sounds really nice. I'm going to leave it on the screen for you, and you're going to jam.
I'm going to jam. Okay. Starting from the beginning.
Right, let's try that again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. And play with a little more attention to the bow. Remember, we started this whole lesson with the bow technique, and I want you to end the lesson. We want to end the lesson not thinking about the fingerings, but thinking about the bow, okay? But right back at it. Right back at it. Sorry, there's your music.
Hello. That's good.
Right there. Almost. Right there. That was close. Close but no cigar. No, sorry. It is... So your whole steps, then 3. You're already in the extended upper third position.
Yes.
So you play that last G, then shift back to the 3 on the F sharp. Let's give it a go one more time. I know we're working on a lot of things, and we're in stage 1, the fingerings. You're trying to add stage 4 in there, and if you're wondering about what these stages are when it comes to this, I'm talking about these right here, how you practice. And we're working on fingerings, but what did we start with working on today? Because the first part of it was quite easy. What did we work on today?
Well, it's the dynamics is what we were trying to work on.
We actually worked on bowing first.
Yeah.
And then we added the dynamics. The rhythm is actually quite straightforward. And then the last stage is that we went from here to here, and then we went to the fingerings. But because we started the lesson with bowing and dynamics, let's not forget what that is. So let's get right to it and go back to this and give it a go one last time.
Oh. Screw that.
It's okay. Remember, no, look closer, look closer. It's a full hold, hold, hold. So hold. That's supposed to be a 4-2-1, not a 4-2-4-3. Try to do that correctly. 4-2-1, not a 4-2-4-3. What you have been doing is you have
4-2-3. Yeah,
you have been doing it 4-2-4-3, and that essential change. And you don't want to, even though there's a portato there, and it allows you the opportunity to add. Unless you have a solid understanding of the upper third first position shift, then I suggest you remained in that G, because remember this is the dominant, and this is we are in the key, actually technically in the key of modulating the key of G major. So allow the portato to give you the opportunity to shift your hand. Because you're already thinking extend to that, extend to that. So there's no reason you should complicate your life anymore. One more time with gusto, confidence.
Gusto.
Try starting with the correct direction. Try starting with the correct direction. Try starting with the correct direction of bow. It starts with a pull, not a push. It's okay. I'll take it. I will take it. I will take it. You made fudge after that. You sort of you did something very interesting. You just basically lost it. You forgot the fact that was a portato, and you changed the direction of the bow. But we're getting somewhere. We're starting to understand accents, portatos, a little bit more in context of a very simple fingering with an upper second position shift, upper third position shift. And yeah, there it is. We have the first 8 bars sorted for this valse. Valse, it's a valse in just a simple valse. So yeah, there you go. I really hope that you enjoy this piece. I'll play it from the beginning so you get an understanding of what this sounds like.
Are you recording this? Are you sending me a solid?
I'm I'm doing you a solid.
Are you doing me a solid here?
I'm not sending you a solid. And that is up to measure 23 of this
Yep.
piece.